Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Limitless Starcraft bringing you another Starcraft 2 Heart of the Storm gameplay to you guys today. And now this replay is going to be a best of 5 from the WCS. This is the round of 8, I believe, and introducing our players in the bottom right corner. He is from Team Azubu, our blue Terran, and his name is Supernova. Now in our top left corner is a red Protoss, a little more well known, coming from Team SK1 Telecon. It is our Protoss player Rain. Now we are playing this as a best of 5. Map is Belshire Vestige, which everyone should know about by now, so I wouldn't have to explain it. This is going to be a TVP, and a little bit of information about both players. Supernova, I casted a game of him not too long ago, a couple of days ago. And he played okay. His first tournaments, he's come first in some off-brand tournament, and then second and third in a few others, but nothing too noteworthy. But he does have a solid game to him. Rain, on the other hand, has won first place in the Star League All Kill All, and then he won first in another tournament. I can't recall. I know he's beaten some pretty top players: Dong Regu, Jadong, all the big guys. He is coming from the Brood War scene, so I should look forward to seeing him play right now and casting some of his games. Hopefully this does go to a game of 5. Okay, and now we have a standard open from Supernova right here. Barracks with the gas. Might get out that early Reaper Scout just to get a little harass if possible, but more importantly, see what Rain is going to be up to. Now we have a pylon going down here. If he was trying to hide anything, I don't think this would be the best position, but it is in a little off corner right now, so we can look forward to seeing if Rain does do anything interesting with that. Comsat going down, and we have a reactor core. The first, no Reapers. Probe getting all the info he needs to for right now, and we have the cybernetics core coming out. Now, whoever wins this best of 5 moves on, I believe, faces Bomber or Innovation in the next matchup, which is a Terran. So it'll either be a TVP next I'm casting or another TVT. And SCV finally getting in a little late. There's nothing really here to see except for a Nexus, and we'll see if Supernova will go for an expansion of his own. Looks like he is hoarding the minerals for that 400 just to throw down that CC. And he's going to throw it down on the low ground, which is pretty ballsy. But Supernova did scout and see that there's no Zaylot, no stalker out just yet, so there wouldn't really be too much early pressure on getting this command center down just yet. First stalker going out now, and the mothership core, where did she go? Oh, there she is. Just sitting there. A lot of times you'll see the Protoss player trying to throw the mothership core down at the opponent's base, try to get a little harassment down, but usually it only takes about 3-4 Marines just to fend her off. Now we do have a factory coming out. Probably going to go for that starport really quickly just to enable the drops, and we could also see some early mine play just to defend his base while Supernova turtles up for a little bit. Robotics facility going down. Might bring out an observer at first just to get all the key and things that he needs to know, and then following that he could get warp prism play. Rain is pretty standard when it comes to his Protoss play. Just likes to macro up. He does like a lot of gateway units, so I would expect maybe 3-4 more gates coming down here pretty soon. We also have a forge for the +1 weapons when that comes up. And we have a small bio, just Marines moving out. Looks like they might prod on the front door, but with the mothership core has enough for photon overcharge. Those Marines won't really do too much. And now we have a lot of Hellions coming out from Supernova, which is a nice play. He's probably going to use the Marines to try to distract the Stalkers and move away and sneak his Hellions in for some pro kills. That is usually pretty common, but if it does work, it does pay off very well. Hellions are quite an investment, especially early on, but you know, for any harvesters to get them in that straight line, as they normally tend to do when they're running away. The Hellions just eat them up. A couple of Reapers here are going to be try to be annoying, try to get in, but it looks like they didn't really get too much. Observer out on the field, I believe it spotted those Hellions, so Rain's got to be careful here. More barracks being thrown down right now. Looks like Supernova's just macroing behind this aggression. And ground armor. He's prompted to go for ground armor instead of ground weapons first. So that's an interesting choice. Would definitely allow the Protoss to withstand this early harass a little better. Now, if he would have went for the +1 weapons first, I think Rain would have been a little more aggressive and tried to move out, just using that upgrade advantage to his advantage. A lot of Hellions here. Got 6 of them. Actually might be able to get quite a bit of probes. Rain was a little late to move those out. Picked off 3 right there, 4, 5, I believe that was 6 probes killed right there. So in its own, that was pretty worth it. I think he's only lost 1 Hellion. Oh, we got a couple more. I believe he's gotten at least over 10 resources lost. It's a little bit in favor for Supernova right now, but not by much. Like I said, the Hellions are pretty cost heavy, and as you see right there, Supernova did lose more than Rain in that engagement. But anytime that you harass the probe line, especially with Protoss and someone like Rain who likes the macro rub, it tends to be a bit problematic, as he is going to have to rebuild those probes instead of focusing resources elsewhere. Starport just now getting the reactor core down, so he's going to be double producing the starports out, or the dropships. And see 1 upgrade coming up. See if he's going to throw it on the armory pretty soon, just so we can maybe work on double or upgrades right after that finishes. A couple of sentries out in the field, which is smart. Always good to have the Guardian Shield going down, and we have a Robotics Bay, which signals Thermal Lance and Colossus if he so chooses, which is I believe in the metagame for PvT right now. If you don't have Colossus, you're fighting a constant uphill battle instead of gaining an advantage. A couple more gates going down, but we do have Supernova going for a 3rd right now, so economically he is going to be ahead, especially with mules. And resources, it looks like Supernova is ahead so far. Twilight Council going down, so I believe Rain has seen what Supernova is going, so he might work on legs first just to get the Zealot speed to rush in and do some more damage, because Bio and Marauders, Marine Marauders can kite Zealots very easily, and they're so quick, the Stalkers usually cannot catch up too well, and Rain will end up losing a lot more in the process. Little drop going down here. Colossus just now popping for Rain. Got another observer coming on the way, and then after that it's going to be another one. Rain expecting drops. He actually has his units rallying around his base right now, watching for anything. Got a Templar of Archives on the way, so we're going to be seeing some early Storm and some Archons. Not entirely too early, but instead of going for the 3rd, he is prompted to go for the Templar of Archives, which I believe is a little early. And the Colossus is going to fend off this attack. Supernova does not want to engage here. He gets caught and loses 4 Marines and a Marauder right there. Nice save with the drop shops, picking up the rest of those units. Another 2 on the way, and the Scissor is still floating about. Let's see if Rain actually has. Yeah, he has seen the 3rd command center, so he knows that economically right now he is behind. See if we got Thermal Lance upgraded. Not yet. So that needs to go down as fast as possible. Legs are being researched. Coming close to finishing, and then after that he might go for Blink right away, just to stop this dropship aggression and blink forward and try to pick them off when he can. 2 Colossus now out for Rain, so Supernova is going to have to amass up a larger army to deal with this force, and start producing on Vikings, which he is doing. With the reactor cores, he will be able to produce 2 at a time. No 2nd starport, so it's only going to be 2 at a time, but that should be more than enough right now. There's already 4 Vikings out on the field, and Rain securing a 3rd of his own. Good little back and forth here, but not too much damage has been done. as far as harassment goes. Rain's taking a little bit as far as his probe count, and the constant drops kind of making him on edge. Got a high Templar over here on the sides. He's going to be able to feed back and take out those drop ships whenever they enter the vicinity. Now Supernova has quite a large force here. Has more than enough Vikings to scare Rain back, I believe. And the Bioforce is looking pretty menacing as well. We do have 2-2 on the way. And Rain sees this force pushing out. The key to this engagement, the 2 Colossus, of course, staying alive, but with the limited amount of Stalkers he has, he's not going to be able to stop the Vikings from picking those off. And on the other hand, on Rain's side, he's going to need to land some pretty good storms to whittle down that army. Otherwise, they're just going to get out of control as far as the production. It's going to completely overrun Rain. He only has 2 High Templars right now. Trying to whittle it down. Good storms there. Supernova ran right into him, but he needs to save that for when they're actually engaging in with his units. So Rain's units can get a little more, hits on his army, while as they're backing away trying to avoid the storms instead of just wasting them like that. Because the medevacs do have quite a bit of energy, they are going to be able to heal that up. No, neither player looks like they're ready to set up a 4th just yet. Nice little warp prism drop play right now going on with the Zealots. Gonna be able to do a little damage, but not too much. They are 2-1. Okay, so not 2-2 just yet. 2-2 on the way. Ground armor level 3. So he's really working heavy on the armor right now. Usually you see a lot of players go for the quick +1 weapons and then armor, and then go for the weapons again and evening it out. But he's really wanting to rely heavy on that. Got a few fire bats out from Supernova just to do a little protecting against the Zealots, because they pretty much melt against fire bats. How bats? I mean, fire bats from Brood War, a little old school. Couple more High Templar out on the field, looking like Rain wants to engage somewhere in the middle of the map. He needs to be careful with his engagements though. Make sure he gets those choke points so he can force field his units correctly. And a lot of units left at home though too. He's still worried about the drop play right now. Let's see, units lost. It's still about even compared to when I checked it last time. So harassment's been good on both sides, 3750 to 3700. Resources lost. And we'll see if Supernova chooses to engage on Rain's end. There are a lot of High Templars out on the field just kind of idle at the bases, ready to feed back any drops that he sees. Setting up pylons everywhere, still going in for the Zealot run-bys, which is going to hurt his attention elsewhere instead of this main battle, which he really needs to pay attention to. Vikings are high enough in count, I believe, to take out all these Colossus. Run by good placement with the bunker right there. Of course, with the 2-2 Zealots or 3-1 Zealots, he's going to be able to get quite a bit of damage done as far as picking off SCVs, but it's not going to be able to take out the command center or anything like that. A few High Templar getting picked off right there. Bad engagement. Like I said, he needs to keep those High Templar with his army and not let them get picked off. The Ghost Academy is up with Ghost, so the Ghosts are getting some pretty good snipes. Right here, he could choose to go no storm, one good storm landing right there, able to catch this army, but I believe the Ghosts did their damage. Vikings are murdering the Colossus right now. 2 of them go down, 3rd one about to go down. This Bioforce is holding on just barely. I think the Hellbat actually helped out a little bit, but Rain is able to reinforce pretty quickly. There's just not enough Stalkers to kind of handle the dropships right now, and as you see, he can just pick up and load off elsewhere. 4th is going down. Resources lost though is favoring Rain right now, as he did kill more units. Now, Robotics Bay, yeah, he did get the Thermal Lance. Mothership Core staying at the base, which is not a good idea. He needs to bring that in with his army, get a good time warp down to slow down them from retreating. Use that in combination with the storm. It's near impossible for the Bio to kind of avoid that without losing too much. A lot of Archons are going to be able to tank a lot of damage and deal a lot of damage themselves, and the Hellbat numbers are still pretty significant. I think he's going to need a little more Marauder in his army just to be able to whittle down those Archons pretty quickly. Both players still are not maxed. They're both doing a pretty good job of just poking back and forth, picking units here and there. Main is mined out, and he is doing the famous SCV pull right now. This is a all-in style, so if he does lose this engagement, he will have to type in GG and lose game 1. And not the best storm right there, as this unit's kind of spread around that storm. SCVs are going to have to get in close. See if we can see SCVs taking down Archons. That would be pretty crazy. And no storms, no storms left to really do any damage. And the Vikings aren't doing the best on the Colossus. Rain is microing heavily on this Colossus right now. One's got 19 kills before it dies, 11 and 9. So over 30 kills for 3 Colossus. Vikings barely able to take out 2 of them. There's still one more left. One Viking isn't going to be able to do the best. The Ghost sitting there with their sniper rifles picking off the Nexus. And this third is getting harassed pretty heavily. So Supernova is virtually mining off nothing right now with his SCVs pulled. Don't know if he's going to be able to make it work, as Rain is able to reinforce. And as you see, there are going to be 4 Archons with 1 High Templar on the way. I don't know if is he still producing Vikings? No, so he doesn't want to overproduce on those, especially because I don't think there's going to be any more Colossus coming out. Just one, but it's going to be a little too late for that one before this game is finished. Supernova doing a good job here with his engagement. The Archon's kind of sitting back there for a second. Medevacs are low on energy, so they're not able to do too much. Unfortunately, Rain is not going to be able to hold this off, and I have to pull his probes. Throws on a photon overcharge, but the bio force is just too strong. They take out Nexus so quickly, probably faster than any other combination. Zealot's forcing the lift right here. It's similar. It's sort of a base race scenario right now, whereas Rain does have the advantage. A few High Templars sitting right here. If he can get just maybe 2 good storms off in this army, he would finish off the Medevacs, and they would not be able to heal. And Rain will win. One Colossus right here, trying to micro. Very intense battle right now. Whoever wins this battle right here wins the game. And the Ghosts are doing a good job microing. They are able to kill the probes very quickly. Colossus does go down, and so does the rest of Rain's army. So very good control by Supernova here. I did not expect him to play this well. Trying to warp in a few more units. Not going to do too much, and Rain does type out. So that is game 1. Supernova takes game 1, and I will see you guys next time for game 2 of this series.